Hello, I'm Steve Kay, Council Member at Large, and I have as my special guest for this Council comments our esteemed former Vice Mayor, Isabel Yates. And before I allow Isabel to say a word or two, I want to say that it's a special privilege for me serving as an at-large Council Member, because Isabel is one of my heroes. She's heard me say this before, but I want to take the opportunity again. Lexington has been blessed with a number of extremely fine public servants, and Isabel is certainly in those ranks, so it's great to be here with you today. And we're here, if you haven't already figured this out, in the front row of the Kentucky Theater. We will be talking about the Kentucky Theater and some proposed renovations and a fundraising effort, but I want to start, Isabel, by asking you just a little bit about how do you relate to the Kentucky Theater when you think about it?
Well, I go all the time, and I feel it's like an old home week. You go, and you see people that you know, you get your popcorn and your Coke, and you find your seat, and some people have special seats.
Yes,
and
yes.
So we have a really wonderful time. But first I want to thank you for your kind words.
Well,
I'm very honored that you wanted to talk to me about this, because I know what you're doing for the city, and particularly the downtown area. And because I've always been a downtown person. I love our downtown. It's the core of our city, and it is enjoying a real renaissance right now.
It's wonderful.
You've helped with that, and I'm just amazed at what we're doing.
It's going really well, and the Kentucky Theater, as you know, I live downtown.
I know.
And we can walk to the Kentucky Theater, and we're also regular patrons. We have our special seat, and the Kentucky has been an anchor for downtown. I've seen, probably before it was reasonable to think this, that the downtown was really going to come back, but the Kentucky has been an anchor for all of that. It brings people downtown.
Yeah. We have had more people coming than ever, and I just credit Fred Mills and the management group for selecting very good films, and also for the series of Wednesday nights in the summer, which I love because old films are shown, and we can have a lot of fun clapping for Casablanca and all the wonderful ones we've seen. So I think they've done a great job, and we have regular patrons.
Right.
I see the same people very, very often, which is wonderful. Going to this theater is so different from going to one at the mall, because you may have 16 films going on, but you go in, you know, a little narrow street, narrow passageway, and you're there. But there's no ambience and nothing like going to our Kentucky Theater.
Well, I feel exactly the same way. And why don't you tell folks a little bit about the history and where we are at this point and why we need a special effort?
Well, this past spring, the mayor asked me to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the restoration of this theater. And they did a beautiful job, but it's been 20 years. Well, I told him I'd love to do that, and so we got together and talked about it, and we found out that because it's used every day, 365 days a year, 20 years, has taken its toll. And there are many, many repairs and upgrades that need to be looked at. So I said, we're going to celebrate, but we're also going to update at the same time. We've got to. And also, the big thing about this particular year is in October is the anniversary of this theater. It was built 1922. It opened its doors in 1922, October the 4th. So this particular year, the 90th year, we're going to celebrate its birthday. And I think it's timely. It's on October the 4th, but the whole month of October is going to be celebrated as Kentucky Theater Month. The mayor has already declared that. So
terrific, terrific.
Fun.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead. And to celebrate that birthday, we're going to have a big campaign kickoff on October the 10th from 6 to 8, free, open to the public. We want everybody to come down. And one reason we're doing this is that we have found that there are many needs in this theater. And the most urgent need we have discovered is that we need a digital projector, because all of the theaters in 2013 will be going over to digital film. And we don't have a digital projector, so that is very important. We'd like to get that.
So what that means is that if we don't get a new projector, basically we won't be able to show films. There's no way
we don't need new seats. But
Yeah.
Another big need, I think, is new seats, because the seats are worn out. They are very uncomfortable. Not all, but almost all are. And the funniest thing is, when I talk to people, they say, "Oh, I love the theater. I go all the time, but the seats are horrible. I have to go and find 2 or 3 places before I can find a good seat." So we know that's a need, and that's an expense. And then we also want to improve the sound, which is
So again, this is a 20-year-old system.
20-year-old system, and everything's changed in 20 years. And of course, new technology would make a big difference here. And we need more lighting. The lighting is antiquated as well and needs to be replaced. And we also want to fix up our marquee. And we don't want to change it, but most of the lights are gone. You don't realize that, but it needs a lot of attention. And then we would like to upgrade our lobby and concession stand and make it a little more attractive. Of course, this theater is attractive no matter what. It's the gilt, the gold gilt and everything. When you come in, you feel that you're in a palatial place and a special place, and of course it is. And we are lucky to have it now, and that we want to keep it, but we want to also make it ready for the 21st century.
Right, so we'd like to ensure that it continues to be that kind of warm, welcoming place, and it looks good for the next
Yeah, we do.
decades.
So we have formed a group called the Friends of the Kentucky Theater. And it was a lot of fun. We had a brainstorming breakfast, and we got people together, and they were all excited about it. And they said, well, we need to do something about it, because we want new seats. We need that digital projector. So we did organize, and we established a charitable fund at the Bluegrass Community Foundation. As you know, that's a 501c3, and they will handle any dime that we raise, and it will all be transparent and accountable, so I won't be taking in money. Thank goodness.
I think we can trust you, but
I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that.
So-
But I think it is going to be a very nice kickoff campaign. We've got a lot of money to raise. It's really billed as a $1 million campaign, because when we had the estimates on all the needs, it came to almost $800,000. Well, things usually cost more than
Right.
the estimates, so we decided we would call it a $1 million campaign. So our kickoff is October the 10th, and we hope the whole public will come. We're just
In the
excited.
meantime, if I were interested in getting more information, or should I contact? Is there
Well, you can contact Friends of the Kentucky Theater through me and my co-chair, who is Steve Grossman.
Okay.
But you can also contact the Bluegrass Community Foundation.
Okay.
And we have a website there, and also a Friends website. So
Okay, and
there
we'll
are
put all
ways
that information up.
all that
Yeah,
information
we'll get all
will
that.
be there. And it's going to be easy. And many people contribute to causes online now.
Right,
Many.
right.
And we want that to be, we want it to be available to everyone. We've got a lot of money to raise, so we want to give everybody any opportunity to give. And of course, we have some letters that we're sending out, and we have a packet of information. And of course, the signature is right.
That marquee, right.
Marquee, and everybody recognizes. And the marquee on this one says, "It has been 20 years, and now it is time for an update. We need your help." So we're asking for help any way we can get it. And people are already responsive to me, and we've collected quite a number of and several sponsorships,
Good.
which are very large gifts, and that's wonderful. But we also have collected several $1,000 gifts, 5,000, and you know, $5 here and there means
Right.
everything. And we're going to have a box out in the lobby that says, after you buy your ticket, maybe you'd like to put one more dollar in, just for the benefit of the restoration. So I feel very good about it. I think we're going to be successful. It may take a good while, but we want to. We're getting started.
We'll get it,
That's it.
right.
We're just beginning.
Okay. And last time, when they did the renovation, I know that they had the opportunity for people to buy
Oh, yeah.
seats and have their names put on, and my wife and I, got a couple seats in the place that we typically sit. Can you tell people about that?
Well, certainly. I bought seats then too, and those seats cost about $225. Well,
20 years ago.
20 years ago. So today we're going to be selling seats. I'm glad you brought that up. And the seats are going to be $490. 90 stands for our birthday celebration. So
Okay.
you're really getting a bargain. We started about $500, but then we just said, we'll give you a little
down.
bargain, $490.
So $490.
$490. Well, it's about twice what it cost 20 years ago, and as you know, in the world today, everything is at least
Right.
that much
Right.
more. So I think it's reasonable, and also if anybody would like to give $90, they can be a part of the birthday club.
Ah.
You know, $90 would be fine. And I think a lot of people perhaps at the event on October 12th might want to bring a checkbook and make it 50, be a member of the club, or they can buy a seat right there.
Okay. So
we'll
you're,
take it.
so the big event, again, the date is
The
October?
date is October 10th. It's from 6 to 8.
And it'll be,
right
of
here
course,
at the
right
theater.
here.
Right here. And the Wurlitzer organ will be playing music, and that's a wonderful thing. And that will greet people. And also we think we'll have some students from UK Art Theater dressed as movie characters to greet people as well. And we're going to have many activities. I can't tell you all, but it will be a lot of fun, lots of free refreshments, and lots of popcorn, of course.
There we go.
Oh my, what
Okay.
else?
Well, I want to kind of wrap it up. I want to thank you for being here today. I want to thank you for taking this effort on behalf of the community. One more effort to add to your list, and I encourage
Well,
everybody to come out.
I think this is something that is very popular, and I don't believe we'll have a lot of trouble, because every person that I see, I said, do you go to the Kentucky Theater? They said, yes, it's the only one I go to. So
Okay.
that's another way to look
There
at it.
is a lot of support for
And
it.
thank you for having me today.
My pleasure. Thank you, and thank you all for watching.